Hi everyone, and welcome to this small video introduction of our new M675 in-wall speaker. So the M675 is our new addition to the Phantom M series, offering a step up in size and in sound quality compared to the smaller models in the Phantom M range, the M250 and also the M375. The M675 was born from a market demand of an M-series speaker with extended bass response and the ability to fill larger rooms. The Phantom M675 is a large but also a very slim high-performance in-wall speaker. It's designed for high-end or high-performance CI home cinema installations and is measuring 250 times 1320 millimeters. It features 8 drive units. It's completely developed and designed in-house here in Denmark, and it's manufactured at our own factory in Ningbo in China. The speaker itself consists of 2 7-inch bass and mid-range drivers and 4 7-inch passive radiators for an extended low frequency response, also for a higher sound pressure level and higher power handling as well. Also, as well as our own developed hybrid tweeter module found in some of our very best hi-fi speakers. This module is the same that we use in the M375 as well. So the M675 is extremely versatile, it's slim and it's flexible in application. And it's been specifically developed with multi-channel applications in mind. Mounting can be done either vertically or horizontally, and the 675 is equally suited for front, center or surround positioning, but will be a natural choice for larger front and center channels in large home cinema setups. Additionally, the M675 uses Dali's long-standing sound design principles, so it will also work perfectly in a custom-installed hi-fi stereo setup as well. Good, so let's try and highlight some of the details of the new M675. To begin with, as mentioned, it uses our hybrid tweeter module. So the hybrid tweeter module is consisting of a 28mm soft dome tweeter and a ribbon tweeter working together to create the best possible horizontal dispersion all the way through the working area, while at the same time being very easy to drive and to sound extremely transparent. The oversized dome has a tweeter membrane that's based on an ultralight, it's an ultra lightweight weaved fabric. Compared to most soft dome tweeters in the market, the material of the Dali dome is less than half the weight of typical designs. So it's 0.060 milligrams per square millimeter, so it's extremely light. Actually, it is so light that we have to coat it a little bit with a thin coating, otherwise it would not be able to hold its shape. The relatively large sized membrane lets the tweeter generate a higher sound pressure level with less excursion, keeping the voice coil motion to a minimum. The tweeter, which has been in-house developed, in-house manufactured by the way, has been optimized as well for a larger bandwidth in its lower frequency area. This ensures that it has an optimum handover to the mid-range driver, creating a well-balanced an effortless and very coherent mid-range reproduction. The ribbon reaches full contribution from 14 kHz to well beyond 30 kHz, so far from the listenable area. The Dali ribbon tweeter is a true master of horizontal distribution of high frequencies, and it's a superb partner for the soft dome tweeter's unique ability to reproduce lower frequencies to go into the mid-range. So equipped with a rear chamber and fitted with rigid bracing, the ribbon tweeter is shielded from the disruptive influence of both the woofers and the passive radiators as well. Good. To accompany the hybrid tweeter module, the M675 uses two 7-inch SMC-based paper and wood fiber cone bass and mid-range drivers, based on the design from the M375, but we upgraded the rubber surrounds and we used new voice coils to provide a better low frequency response and also to have a higher power handling. The woofers use extremely lightweight voice coils inside the magnet gap made of aluminium and copper. This provides dynamics and very, very good dynamics and very high conductivity to handle those fast changes and high signal peaks in the music. Both bass mid-range drivers include Dali's patented SMC technology in the magnet system, which acts to minimize mechanical loss and thereby lowers distortion drastically. The pole piece inside the magnet system is made entirely from SMC and is surrounded by copper rings. It's actually a design that's greatly influenced from the design that we use in the Epicon series and in the Phantom S series as well. The two bass drivers are low-pass filtered differently to create a 2.5 and a half-way construction, just as found in many of our floor-standing speakers. The bass and mid-range drivers are placed centrally in the cabinet for optimum horizontal dispersion, but also for an optimum airflow inside the cabinet for better coupling to the passive radiators. And speaking of the passive radiators, the two bass and mid-range drivers are accompanied by no more than 4 of these 7-inch passive radiators with wood fiber cones in front, which has been custom developed and mass optimized for the optimum tuning to the closed cabinet of the M675. Making a passive radiator system is a way of getting the same performance that you would get from a bass reflex loaded cabinet, but in a much smaller and slimmer enclosure. So the passive radiators help the bass and mid-range drivers to go lower in the bass and to be able to play louder. The enclosure can be made smaller, as a passive radiator system does not take away any volume from the inner cabinet. Using passive radiators is a more expensive solution than using a bass reflex port, and I've been told requires much more testing in R&D as well. But the result though it's a turbulence-free bass reflex system actually, which is less influenced by the speaker grill in front and also has its output distributed over a larger area. In the M675, this was the optimum way to go for the absolute best performance. The 4 passive radiators in the M675 feature a cone geometry optimized for wide dispersion and optimized for internal cabinet volume. The rear surface of the cones are loaded with small steel weights. The purpose of these weights are to tune the entire system for the optimal low frequency performance. So the cabinet of the M675 is actually quite slim for a full range in-wall hi-fi speaker. The cabinet is a 3D matrix cabinet in glass reinforced ABS compound, and it's braced internally by a number of strong and very inert bracing points, which are mounted directly onto the MDF baffle for maximum stiffness and maximum strength. Overall, the cabinet achieves a maximum inner volume for low frequency reproduction, as well as a very inert and resonance-free construction. The 21mm MDF front baffle and the bezel are matte black, so there's no kind of shiny details on the front. This enables a seamless integration with any home cinema, preventing unwanted light reflection from the projector. The front grille is magnetic and fully paintable. Embedded in the crossover of the M675, we also included a thermal protection system which will protect the speaker drivers against overload. So this safeguards the components from overheating if you're playing too loud for a long period of time. The M675 allows for a very versatile installation and mounting options. First off, the hybrid tweeter module can be rotated for optimum horizontal dispersion when used, for example, as a center channel mounted horizontally. That can be below or it can be above the screen. And it also features a high frequency tilt function for raising the high frequency level, the tweeter level. If, for example, you mount it behind a perforated projector screen, or if you want to compensate for wide off-axis listening. Or if you prefer having a little bit more treble volume, you can use this switch to do that. Secondly, the M675 uses a fully closed cabinet, making installation extremely easy as you don't need to install it into a back box. The speaker is ready for mounting out of the box with no additional accessories needed. And it is installed using the 6 integrated dog legs. These are high quality manual dog legs. You tighten them from the front. They ensure a firm grip and firm installation to avoid any rattling or any loose installation, so to speak. They're spring loaded for an easy grip, and you can actually reverse the clamps for gripping extra thick walls all the way up to 70 millimeters if you want to. Over here we have a very cool option adding to the versatility of the M series, and that's the on-wall frames. So if in-wall mounting is not an option or is not possible and where you're installing it, the M675 and the M375 and the M250 features custom on-wall frames which can be bought as an accessory for the speakers. So this makes mounting on the wall possible in a very stylish and very discreet way. So to install the M675, simply connect the speaker cables to the terminals, place the speaker in the mounting hole and fit by tightening the screws in the front, which will activate and tighten the dog legs on the back of the mounting surface. After that, you need to attach the front grille and you're done. So the M675 is intended to fill the gap between the M375 and the larger Phantom S80 by providing a more slim and higher performing, but also a lower priced alternative to the bigger and the wider S80 in-wall speaker. We are extremely proud of the M675 and we hope that you will like it too. Thank you for watching this small video presentation. And remember that you can always go to our website for additional inspiration and on downloads on all of our products. Bye bye.